So let me ask you something. You're doing everything right. You're texting back, you're planning dates, and you're actually showing up. And all of a sudden she pulls away from you. And somehow, some way, that she starts treating you like an option and not the person that you thought she was treating you like before. You see, I had a client before who had a good job, man. He was what he thought he was good looking, had the height, had all these things that he thought mattered in the game. And what happened was he got with a woman and she left him for a guy who barely had his life together. And he got coaching. He was asking me why, because he did not understand. And the thing that I was always telling is the moment that you try to impress a woman, you've already lost. And I don't want you to think that you're a bad person, because that's not the case. You're not a bad person. But the problem is that women cannot ever respect a person or a man that needs validation to actually feel and stand tall. Every man every guy out there who's actually ever been ghosted, friend zoned, or watched a woman walk out that door made the same mistake. And today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break all that down, because once you see this, you will never be able to actually unsee what it is we're actually talking about here. So what I wanna do now is let's go ahead and talk about what's going on right now, because most of you guys are losing because most of you guys just never gave a chance for the woman to actually breathe around you. It's because a lot of you guys begin to smother that woman. And for many of you guys out there, I know that a lot of you guys feel like you want to hold on to somebody. You know, you either want to hold on to the relationship or you want to actually hold on to the woman. But there's a problem right there. Most people don't understand that if you ever move in a way where you're scared to lose your position, you've already lost your position. And that's why sometimes when you're reaching out to a woman, they take a little while longer to reply back to you. They don't send you long paragraphs saying I miss you or I think about you or something like that. It just seems like every time she reaches out, she's a little cold. And for many of you guys out there, you just want to clear things up. And you know what? And she's always just going to ask one simple question, okay? And the thing is that what she thinks or the answer she gives herself to the question is going to make the determination of actually who you are, okay? And it's a question that every woman's going to ask. And it is this point right here where it's very important, because if that woman asks that question and she comes up with the answer, then you will see why a lot of women are just not interested. See, the thing is, a woman needs to figure out that, you know what kind of man are you at the end of the day? What can you handle? What can you accept? And I think a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to the game, when it comes to dating and it comes to relationships. I think one of the greatest problems that a lot of people face out there is that they think that, well, because a woman pulls away, there's not a reason why she's doing it. Of course, there's a reason why she's doing it. She's just trying to see this one thing that's very important for you guys to understand this. She's trying to see if she can rattle you. Is this man rattled by what I'm doing? I mean, if I'm doing something, because remember I always told you women do have priorities and women have things that they have going on. But sometimes they're just sitting around here saying, okay, look, do you have a life? Like, I mean, why are you making me your life? I've got a lot of things I want to do. Now, as I told you guys in the other show, if you can hit her with the 3 levels of your sexual amusement park, that kind of is going to change everything a little bit. But when you're chasing after a woman and running behind her, okay, the problem is that a lot of gentlemen, I guess, it's not even a thing of understanding. It's more a thing of comprehension. A lot of guys out here realize when you feel rattled, which she's going to start thinking in her mind is that, you know what, you have no anchor. And if you don't have an anchor, she's not going to feel anything around you, nor is she going to feel safe around you. Because most guys that she knows in that reality are unsafe, they're eager, they're available, and There is no type of sexual attraction that is going to give a woman for a guy that makes the woman actually the center of his world and universe. And this is why the game is so important. This is why being a student of the game is so important, because when you learn all this, it's just, I think a lot of guys get it wrong. One of the biggest mistakes they do is they just always are trying to impress the woman. I keep telling you guys out there, you don't need to impress a woman. You can be impressive. This is not about money or clothes or anything like that. It's about the game. And the reason why I say it will always be about the game, because I don't want you guys out here ever running behind a woman trying to impress her. I want you to be impressive. I've always told you, man, I've lived 1,000 lives, man. I tell you what, man, didn't have money. They were alive. There were times where, again, man, I love my story of my cereal, my hamburger helper, my ramen noodles. I didn't have much of anything, but at the end of the day, the reason why women were messing with me, because they knew no matter what I did, I didn't ever talk about what I had, because at the end of the day, I had something more important that a woman didn't understand, and I had me. And because I had me, I never worried about, the next guy. I never worried about trying to please a woman. I didn't have nice clothes. I didn't have much of anything. I just had me. But because I had me, I was anchored into myself. And I think that's something that a lot of young men don't understand when it comes to the anchoring, because one has to anchor himself in himself. And most men, sometimes because they're not locked into the game, and they're always, we talked about it, being loud. A lot of young men are always looking to the outside world. They want to be loud in some kind of a way. And then the problem is that it's not about being loud or quiet. It's just your timing is so off. And this is what I teach. And this is because a lot of guys out here, they don't have a dating problem. I know a lot of guys think they have a dating problem, but they don't have a dating problem, not at all. It's not a dating problem. They have what is called a self problem that actually gets exposed in dating. And I think most people don't even understand that depth of the game, because it's not about who you are, and it's not about what you're doing. It's about who you are when you get around her. What are you representing to yourself? Because if you want to be, a lot of guys feel that they have to be loud, and being loud to a woman, being loud is one of the worst things you could do as a man. I don't ever want someone to feel like I'm trying to win her over by saying the right things or by doing the right things. And that's the problem. Most of y'all guys are always editing yourselves down for the woman. I just say this is who I am. I'm proud of that I have a dad bod. I'm proud that I'm short. I'm proud that I'm old. And that's it. I'm cool with it. Guys, I can't smash like you young guys anymore. I'm old now. I can't move like I used to move, but I'm not going to edit myself down to try to fit into what a woman wants me to be, or even try to feel like I have to compete for a woman. I really am locked in, because I don't need to be something else in front of her. I am all things when I'm around her. I enjoy her letting me know that she feels connected. I enjoy hearing her say that she misses me, she thinks about me, and what can I do to keep this thing going with you? These are the things I'm always saying for you guys out there, because I'm just me. I'm myself. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not looking for her permission. I'm not looking for her validation. I look for none of those things, because I look for those things inside of myself, and I'm not trying to create anything, nor am I trying to be space. I'm not trying to open loops, but I'm not going to actually be in a closed loop. And that's where the game comes in, your fingerprint. One thought, one mind, one way. Your uniqueness is the attraction, gentlemen. I keep telling you that your fingerprint, and that's something a lot of guys don't understand. Your fingerprint is your uniqueness, and that's why you don't need effort, you don't need tricks, you don't need gimmicks or anything like that. You're not supposed to copy another man, and I think that's part of the problem a lot of guys have. They feel that they have to emulate somebody because they feel like they're not good enough. And you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to create or what you think masculinity is when you are actually wearing a costume. Masculinity is not about wearing a costume, okay? It's about your tone. It's about your rhythm. It's about what you believe in yourself. It's about how you think about yourself. It's about how you treat yourself. It's about how you view yourself. And I think this is what separates one man from the next, because I'm not trying to get a woman to like me. I never understood, like, I don't want a woman to like me. I just want a woman to realize that I'm just not the guy that's sitting around here begging for your time or begging for your attention or anything like that. I'm not trying to beg for anything. This is who I am. Either you are going to accept me for who I am or you're not. And if you cannot accept me for who I am, then that's not my problem. I'm not here to try to convince you that I'm the one that's right for you. If I ever try to convince a woman, what am I saying about myself? What is it I think of myself? If I'm sitting around here trying to tell a woman, please, what can I do and say to convince you? Can I take you to more dinners? Can I buy you more drinks? What do you want me to do, say, or be to try to convince you that I'm actually that guy? And I'm not trying to do that, man. Let's just flip this thing and let's talk about, who you are, man. I'm unbothered and I'm focused. One thought, one mind, one way. I just enjoy my life. A big ass kid. I'm a geek, not a nerd. Nerds are smart. I'm a geeky. I'm not nerdy. I'm geeky. But as a geek, I just enjoy my life. I enjoy my life. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy why I do it. And I'm never trying to do anything to actually try to impress somebody, because the game is not actually about sitting over here trying to impress somebody. I'm very impressive by the way I can talk to a woman and things like that. And what women find from me is not, I don't want the woman to find something from me. I want a woman to feel me. And I think that's where a lot of guys go wrong. They don't understand women feeling them, okay? And the thing is, what they get from me is not only mental stimulation, but they also get emotional stability. I'm not the emotional one. They're the ones that's actually emotional. And she just knows that who I am, I belong to myself. Okay? And this is where a lot of guys miss. Okay, when a woman's really into you, man, I promise you, she's just not listening to your words. She's looking and scanning you inside and out. Can this man handle my uncertainty? Can this man handle when things are not going his way? Or if I want to do certain things, can he handle that? And that's the beautiful thing about the game. I'm never asking a woman to be anything that she doesn't want to be. I accept women for who they are. But if I feel like that you're wasting my time, I feel like, that you're just not on the level that I need you to be on, then you know what? Why don't you find somebody else? Because there's a million guys out there. But regardless of that, I'm just unbothered. I sleep very well at night. If I ever get to sleep, any of the 3 or 4 hours I get to sleep, I sleep very well for that little bit of time, and I'm fine, because it's not that I'm a cold-hearted person, but it's just that once I burn the bridge and walk away, I'm done. I don't look back, and I don't try to make things right with somebody. I have, like all the fellas that have game, deep, meaningful connections, where when that connection is actually severed, that woman actually is going to feel the loss without me. There's an emptiness that she's going to feel without me, gentlemen. And you know what? I tell you, man, and every woman has a right to do whatever they want to do. She doesn't have to reach out to you right away. But when a woman doesn't text you back, how are you supposed to take that as a man? Are you supposed to just let it slide and be fine with it? What say you guys out here? Because, if a woman, listen, I know women are busy, but I also know women should make time. I've been a huge proponent of that. Now, it's going to sound crazy. I don't try to force time. I just accept women. If they don't want to make the time for me, then guess what? They're just a waste of my time. But I'm not going to sit here and try to analyze why a woman isn't talking to me. Why isn't she reaching out to me? Does she care about me or anything like that? I'm not going to spend any time doing that, because doing that, gentlemen, is actually a waste of time. And with the game, we just don't waste time. We never waste time. And see, this is why I always talk to you guys about the mindset shift. I've always said to you guys, and as the students of the game, stop trying to be what you think she wants. That's the sickness. That's the disease. And that is going to drain so much of your lives. Trying to fit your square hole in a round peg, trying to figure, wait, what do I have to be for this woman? What do I have to do for her to pick me, to care about me, to mess with me? And this is not about playing any games. Sorry, it's been a long night. Not playing any games, but actually playing hard to get. I don't play hard to get. I just get me. That's it. And that's why it seems like I play hard to get, because time is everything. I really believe that if a woman really wants to mess with me, she'll do it. If she wants to reach out, she'll do it. But what's so cool about when it throws them off, there's no judgments with me. I don't sit around and worry like what's going to happen tomorrow. A woman can meet a guy today and a woman can meet a guy 2 days from now. It doesn't faze me. But what I'm saying, at the end of the day, when you kind of lock into the game, learn who you are and understand the depth of the game, everything's going to change, okay? But I know a lot of y'all guys are thinking, man, what if she leaves me? What if she goes, okay? Well, let me tell you something. If she goes, she goes. All right, I charge it to the game. I'm not sweating that, man. But see, when we stop giving our power away, and we start to become more ruthless in this thing. Being ruthless is so great. I'm such a ruthless person. Again, at the end of the day, man, I want to conquer. I want to conquer. And I want to land on her land and take over. I want to be the person that she can't get enough of. I want her to keep desiring and craving me without trying to force desire and craving. You just can't do that. And the second that you stop pretending who you are and actually be who you are, everything's going to change, because she cannot understand people like that. And when women are always going to be attracted to men who move the way that I'm trying to show you guys, okay? She's going to be drawn to you, okay? She's going to feel like she's met the person in her life that as always, like, where have you, it's going to be one of those things like, where have you been all my life? It's going to be one of those things. But guys, you can get that from each and every one of you guys can get that and have that from a woman. But what you've got to do is you've got to believe in yourself and believe in the narrative. That's the most important part about this. It's the narrative in which you learn the game. That's all this is about. And gentlemen, if you don't understand that, you'll never understand that. And like I say, gentlemen, if this hits home, man, good. It was supposed to hit home. Everything that I want you to know and everything I'm teaching you is because I want you to be a better student of the game. I want to help you tighten up your mindset, and I want your dating game to be perfect. But most importantly, I just want you to have more of a really deeper, stronger, rooted sense of self. When you have more of a sense of yourself, everything is going to change. And that's why we do everything we can to help you guys grow. You just got to meet us halfway. But guys, that is going to be the end of our video. Not the end of our discussion, gentlemen. Before we even start, as you can see, I got the band right here, gentlemen. I've got the band on, and guys, you can get this band right here. If you're in the States, you can get this band right here. Taps to the phone, information shared. But it's not about the band, gentlemen. It's about the formula. So that means if you are out of the country, that means you can get access to the formula. And as long as you lock in and get the formula and follow the directions and the boot camps to the T, you are going to change the way women are going to see you, because you're going to start to tap into a source that women are not used to, and that is yourself. But gentlemen, if you're ready to learn and you're ready to become a student of the game, just send an email and ask for your pathway, and I will send you that PDF file. And all you gotta do is please read the first 2 paragraphs so you can understand what it means to be a student of the game and show what you need to do to be in the game. But gentlemen, if you don't want to do the band, and if you don't want to do the PDF file, you just still want to kick the tires, man, we create videos, YouTube shorts, and live shows where you can call in and talk to me live when I go live, man. I go live a few times a week. I go live on Saturday, I go live on Sunday, I'm live on Tuesday, I'm live on Wednesday, and then Thursday or Friday morning, I'm live driving around 1:30 excuse me, a.m. because the game doesn't sleep. Excuse me, I feel like I'm about to lose my voice. But anyway, gentlemen, I do appreciate you guys, and I want to thank all you guys. Keep soaking up this game. We're already deep into the new year. A lot of guys have not changed, which is cool. This game is not for everyone, but hopefully you guys will start to learn, believe, and trust yourself, where you'll start to make the change and do what it is you need to do to soak up this game. Anyway, guys, if you like this video right here, you are going to love the video we have right there. This video right here, and that video is a barn burner, man. You got to watch that video. Very, very, very important stuff. And if you just watch that video right here, you'll learn everything. Guys, I'm the Dean, man. I will definitely talk to you guys later, all right? We'll catch y'all later on the other side. Peace.